Children, parents and teachers marching together, demanding the government opens up schools. Children say they're fed up studying online since March of last year.
We want to go back to school. We don't want to stay trapped at home behind a screen. We want to go back.
Parents say homeschooling is taking its toll. Children are not learning enough and they're suffering as a result.
They know how to wear masks. I'm more concerned about their mental health. They've been locked up for too long.
When the pandemic hit, nearly 40% of schools had infrastructure problems. Some lacked healthy environments without sewage or even running water. Now these protesters say more than 60,000 schools are ready to receive students, but the government prefers to favor the economy before education.
There's no balance in their policies. I go to a mall and there are thousands of people walking around who seem unconcerned about COVID.
According to a recent UNESCO study, Peru is one of 8 countries whose schools have remained fully closed up until now. More than 10% of schools have partially opened, most in rural areas. Still, poor children are most affected by homeschooling. 12-year-old Carmelita and small brother Jeremia Cecilio share the only cell phone the family owns to study, and it doesn't always work.
It's difficult. Sometimes we lose the signal, other times we don't have electricity to charge it. It's very difficult.
While many families are afraid their children may get COVID in school, a recent opinion poll says nearly 70% of parents want schools reopened. Experts say the decision is a risky balancing act.
The risks are very high either way. If we go back to school, there's the risk of contagion. If we don't, the cost will be enormous for our children's future.
On Friday, the government declared a state of emergency for its education system.
The government considers it still too risky to send all the children back to school, not only for them, but for the teachers. Less than 50% of them have received the vaccine.
Officials say the third wave of coronavirus is just beginning and thousands of people could die. That's why they say fully reopening schools now is simply out of the question. Mariana Sanchez, Jazeera, Lima, Peru.